What time is it anyway? 7:57, okay. 8 o'clock. 30 minutes of trying to figure stuff out, nothing more. Did you start recording?
I did, yes.
I see a lot of white birds, storks, I guess they're called, on long legs, flying at me. And I see just a big giant alligator chasing them. But then he looks like a normal alligator, but then he stands up on his legs, on his back legs. And he says to you, I love you, come here, I'll embrace you again. And I touch you. It's you. And you said, no, don't touch me. I'll go through your closet again. And you go through, it's like space, some other reality. You go through the closet, through the back door of the closet. It's a closet, but it has doors in it. And you get into your energy sphere. You have to see somebody special. And you have to go through the closet. But the problem is that somebody special is controlled and guarded by the alligator, by the reptilian, basically. It just looks like an alligator on his back legs, just walking. Very big stomach. And he says that you cannot see him. He said, but that's part of me. I need it. He said, no, that's when you're done with this life, we can negotiate. Okay, let's go back to see what happened before this life. Okay, beautiful planet, bell-like shaped flowers, yellow, bright yellow, pink inside. You're like a little elf with wings, flying. You have 4 wings together. You're dressed as a girl with a skirt and a top, and you're fluttering your wings beautifully, saying, I'm bellissima. Tutto bello, guarda me. You speak Italian. I just hear Italian, everything. I see, little louder, you're like a child. This is like a child's planet of little elves. And you're just playing in the flowers, hide and seek. Because I see you chasing, like, you're saying, Adora, Adorina. Sto cercando te. Cerco di capire dove sei. Non parlare. I'm trying to find you, but don't speak. Like, you don't want to hear her voice because you'll know exactly where she is. And you laugh together. And your laughter is like a little bell, like ding, 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 ding. It's beautiful. And when you find them, and I see there's like a clouds getting dark, and you point and look at the clouds, look. And I see like the big like face of that crocodile showing in the clouds. And he has like a sponge. It looks like a cloud, but it's a sponge in his head. And he squishes it. And the little drops coming out of it, a fluid. It's like a green, dark, black and green mixed fluid. It goes and it burns like coal. and creates a big hole in the ground. And then he says, do you want any more? I'll destroy all your flowers. I'll destroy everything you have here. And you all say, no, we don't want it. And he says, well, then give me one of you so I can go back. I won't bother you again if you give me one of you. I'll let you go. I just need to know some information about your planet. And you're the one who says, parlami. Io posso andare con te. I can go with you. And you're flying to him. Because you were like the most... you just love this planet, and you are very like pro-justice. You stand up for others, not only for yourself. And you were fearless. There's no fear in you. You just went. And I see him grabbing you, putting you into the there's like a capsule, flying capsule. He's in it, and I can see through because it's transparent. It's like a bubble, a transparent bubble. He grabbed you and laughed. And I see all the devices on the spaceship. He puts you in some sort of little, it's like a capsule, but it's vertical, and he puts a lot of cords on the back of your back. And I still see them. So he rips the wings out, and in the where the wings were, there's like cords there he puts, like pretty thick ones. And he starts filling you up with some purple fluid. As he says, I'm gonna transform you. I don't like your planet. You're too kind. You're too naive. You don't understand what... I'll teach you what the evil, what the bad stuff is. You need to know it. It's like an experiment. See, the thing, like in him, all he has is like bitterness and anger. And he wants to turn everything around him into that anger-driven environment. So, and from then, he sends you for 5 lives, then 8 lives, to 5 lives on Tiamat, the prototype of the Earth, and the 8 lives. This is your 8th life here. That comes up to me is 18. So there gotta be Jupiter, another life he sent you to. Like, you were like a teacher there. You're teaching and also working at some sort of, it's like I see you dragging some things, like opening up some scientific boxes of pieces of something from other planet that you have to deliver to the lab, and you can sort them out. You know how to, according to their genetics or something like this. But you don't do the lab work. You just deliver. And you teach some children that they put on Jupiter what they need to do next, because they're in preparation for the military training. And you know how to military train from somewhere you know. You're involved in some sort of program in SSP, but it's more like informational. Informative information, that's what comes to me. Black shield connected to it in the Antarctica. And I see you there as a scientist right now. Like, they split you up or something. Because you're right now, I see you in the Black Shield lab, and under the glacier, you say. And the unit J13, because it's like you're connected to Jupiter, and 13, you say there's a termination factor. There's termination factor. Look here. There's the wall. There's a big like a wheel on the wall, and you turn it and you open up the wall and you say, see that world? See that new grass and everything? It's already here. There's gonna be a switch. There's gonna be a switch. Everybody should know. It's an exciting event, but we are preparing the undergrounds for the switch to happen, because the fluid and the energy has to run smoothly. For it to run smoothly, a certain amount of people have to be connected to it to fire it up. There's not enough energy yet to open the doors. We need more people to be fully awakened like you are. That's your subconscious says. And we don't have 13% yet. There's 12, basically 0.8%, almost 13 that still need to wake up fully, because they're in between right now. So there's a lot of you understand in different things, different platforms of reality I see. It also comes up as you have 5 clones. New Mexico, Spain, Australia. You go from place to place. You say you got a speed bullet train underneath, and you just go to those places. Also New Zealand, underground. There's a base there too. You say you just go in between the bases because you have a teaching program. You're part of the teaching program. You teach your information. You have a lot of information, but your conscious mind cannot access it because it's blocked. Because if you could access it, you would not be doing what you're doing now. You would be opening up. I see you like at the conferences speaking about it. Because there's a lot of secret stuff, how this level of reality was created, how it's created, how it works. And we know, by now we figured out only 15 to 30%, depending on the area of creation of the topic. Let's say how to create this or this. We only know 15% of that, but the rest we don't understand. The capability of the brain is not big enough in hertz, in megahertz, or whatever you say in hertz. But we need to develop more. Just can't absorb the knowledge right now. So this crocodile sends you to first life. Yeah, the boy in Thailand. But your name is Nico, but your parents are Italian, no kidding. But they came there as to work at the consular. Yeah, like embassy, Italian embassy in Thailand. And you go to this little local school, I see at the age of like 7 or 8. And your life is fine, it's an adaptation life. But the goal, because I see like you sign a contract with a bunch of people. This crocodile boss, he calls himself boss. He has 10 people. He says, well, I'm working on getting 11s. He basically makes you sign. He creates this little illusionary cube of hologram, like a holographic cube. Inside, you live in a village. You have these houses that kind of look like African, round. It was a straw as roofs, and he He puts you in between lives and there, and then he tells you, oh, time is up. You rested enough. You have to go for new incarnation, but before that, you need to sign a contract with each other and figure out who you're going to be to each other in this new game. Who's going to be the dad? Who's going to be the mom? All this stuff. And then you have to wait until mom and dad is born, and then we flip the switch. We compress the time, and then we send you as a baby. Who wants to be a baby? And like, you're sitting at the table deciding who goes when. And he calls you Bella, Bellina. When do you want to come? Whom do you want to be? And you're like, I'm going to be an uncle of this one in the next life. And you're like, I see you're a guy in the next life. And then you decide you want to be a woman to understand how it is in the woman's body. And he, it's like, he's bad, but you're sucked into this game. And it's like, in the beginning, you almost liked it. It was interesting because the lives were super easy. But you don't like it anymore. And right now, you got to a conclusion. You say, I'm not going to the life 19. 18's life right now, and I'm done. And to be honest, like 18 is 1 + 8 is 9, right? 9 is the end of the cycle. You have this fluid that's coming out from your mouth right now, because you're doing this, and it comes out. Because this fluid is making you sick a lot, because it kind of like goes into different ways. It can go around your head, causing like a headache or something, or compressing this area, tease this here, like anywhere in there, and like eyes also. I do see you wearing some interesting thing. It's like a dark green plastic. It wraps around your eyes, and I forgot to say, they're all wearing this when they go into lives, because this gives them the connection with the crocodile, because he wears different but glasses like that too, and they're like a big ring. They go on his head, around his head, and he says, because of you wearing the glasses, he can see through your eyes and experience your emotions, because he eats them when you are like in trouble, scared, and all this. 28 lives. You say, I told you to order him to make him small if you want. You made him small. He's like a small, tiny rubber crocodile on your hand, like little. And you tell him, okay, call the spider who holds my book of lives. And as the spider comes out, the building is like Akashi Records. His spider brings in one hand the book of lives. You said, it's my little red book. And you open it up. You said, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do to it. And you start ripping the pages out. You rip them all out. And you create like a campfire with sticks. And you just throw in the pages, and they burned up until the last one. It's only the cover of the book that left. And you throw the cover down, and it's like melting. I see it melt. And there's nothing he can do. He's just like a little statuette, or whatever it's called. Little figure on the palm of your hand. And you kick the spider out from the portal. He's like a little ball flying through it. Back to Akashi Records. He's a guardian of the books. There's a lot of them, different species. And you say, okay, I coughed up all the fluid, the purple fluid. And you're taking off the glasses, took them off, threw them in the portal too. You say that's a melt pot portal. And the cords on the back, you're pulling them out. There's 4 of them on the back. There's one that goes into looks like your uterus or something. Like he was trying to steal your eggs or for making hybrids with his DNA. Let me see your DNA. I see your DNA, 38 strands. It's that beautiful turquoise color. It's like strings of light spinning with each other. 38 of them. And there's only like 2 lit up. And you're lighting up the other ones. Because the thing is, you say when they turned off, the energy and the information build up and down through different lives that you used to be in are open to the access of any malevolent beings. And since you don't want to share information with anybody, you activated them, even though this little body on Earth isn't capable to use all this information, simply because the system is not created for us to use our full capacity and capabilities to blossom like we always do on other planets. We are limited. It's the world of limitations, self-limitations and outside limitations. Even though it's all an illusion, but we're sucked into it. And it's very hard to uncompress your mind to be free and be yourself. But you took out all the cords. Liquid seems to be out. There's just a little. I feel a little here, but you are pushing it out. And the cord disconnected. You pulled all of them. Let me see more. I understand what he used to do. He used to put headphones on you sometimes to tell you things to do, and it would usually happen at night. I don't know, but I feel like if he was doing it at night, it's possible that you might wake up with a headache or a heavy feeling in your head because your head was messed with at night by him, but not anymore, of course. So the Book of Life is gone, the implants are gone. Here you're cutting off the cords. It's the energetic cords. They look different. They look like silver little cords going to 5 clones. You cut them off. And you said like hybrids. Hybrids to be, should they be shared or destroyed? There's 3 of them that he created. He did steal 3 of your eggs before to create hybrids. And you'll like go into this passageway through the tunnel, portal, into some lab. And in the lab, you become this big figure with like metallic, almost like a clothing on you. You look like a knight, and everybody's like running away on the grays. They look so small. And you like take the tubes of hybrids into they're non-functional hybrids though. They purely bred them, grew them for experiments. And you said, you know what? I am just going to destroy them. And you put them in the black hole. And you close the black hole. Looks like a sack. And you say this is for transformation because no research should be done when they use my DNA. And I see you go into the moment back when you were like 18 years old, and they actually, like, you cancel a moment when they took your DNA. You canceled it. It's gone. Just like fell down. Episode of it. It was at night. They took you on through that portal on in their lab. That's how they did it. So hybrids and clones. What else? Any other contracts? And you say the army contract. I see like army and big. That space army. That's what you mean. There's a sheet of paper, but there's also a file. You say you need to go to the moon to erase the file. There's also one in your Mexico base that you need to erase. There's an eagle on it holding a flag of USA on the dark brown folder. I see you taking it to your energy sphere and putting it on the same fire. And also you do something with a computer when you the file goes blank, like it doesn't hold any information anymore. And you erase your name from the lists because there's a grand war is going to happen very soon between the group of alien races, because the Earth it's kind of like the surface we're at is being split right now, and it's close to be split completely. And they need to rewrite the contracts, the alien races, but none of them agrees to the contracts because they all want more than the other ones have. And because of that, the war is being prepared to be fought. It's intergalactic war. There's been many, many wars like this. The last one was 28,000 years ago. And this one is about to happen. And that's why I don't want to be a soldier. And that's why I destroyed my contract with them. That's what you said. It's gone. Emotional, mental bodies. Some flakes. Some flakes. When I get into your close to emotional body, it's almost like a space energy opens up. You're getting rid of some little bags. They're black bags of emotions, feelings. There's a lot of those. And mental, they look like in biochemistry, you know, those formulas, and they're like becomes 3D. And those look like that. Your thought processes, you delete them too. Those, like, you delete, you touch it, it becomes nothing. But the emotions, you just like take them out one by one. Then little bags. You take them out. I'm yawning because I'm like yawning the process out, because my body is like feels very uneasy, because you feel uneasy. You feel surprised how many emotions you accumulated throughout the life and situations you've been through, and mental complexes, mental structures, you say. So you got rid of all of them. You keep drawing like triangles, like pyramids everywhere. Showing me. And there's a half moon on the pyramid like this. You're saying it's a sacred sign of liberation out of control. And the dark forces use it as their sign of devil's horns, but it's not that. They stole all our signs and they turned them from positive to negative. But we should know that everything they used was stolen from us, from the original, beautiful souls who knew nothing but love and kindness and happiness, but they stole that happiness from us. Like you can steal as if or as you can steal happiness from any child by taking his toys away. And by taking his toys away, you take his world of imagination away. And that's what they've done to us. But now we are liberating ourselves. We are becoming free of control, free of everything. Through destructive programs, they build a fence of destructive programs through which we're going through now. And after the destruction is done, after we rip our bodies through the fence, through the programs, through the situations, we're totally free, and the door is always open. Remember, the black shield, that passageway is one of the passageways. 44 passageways, 44 doors, 44 signals, 44 signs, 44 things you can see in your present life that indicate that you are almost there. I'm done. I'm clean. I'm happy now. Basta. You're clean. You can finish the recording this way. It'll be smaller.